Sarah Palin is off doing whatever it is that she does in Alaska, and apparently paparazzi have been following her around. Alaska, prime territory for paparazzi. So many celebrities all over the place. But anyway, to get ahead of them releasing photos of her, she decided that as she left yoga one day, hot yoga, which makes you sweat and all that, it's a very vigorous workout, she was going to release her own photos. So you're seeing her coming out of hot yoga there. She's sans makeup. She's not wearing her makeup. And she said this: "Feel bad for the poor paparazzi hounding outside my truck this morning, hoping to capture a tabloid exclusive of me coming out of Bikram hot yoga." It's very lib of her to go to hot yoga. But anyway, how about we take away their exclusive and I'll give you the photos first for free. Yup, here's what I look like without makeup, drowning in sweat when the camera rolled, looking much like a sheepdog, I'd say. No one said workouts were glamorous. Now, she did this so that she could get sort of the credit for, I'm not going to let them determine my fate. I'm not worried about being seen without makeup, so I'm going to send it out. Although, again, very carefully controlled. She, of course, picked which photo she was going to send out. But I love the duplicity, the dishonesty inherent in every element of this. First of all, the appearance stuff. So there she's saying, look at the media, focusing on how I appear and wanting to dissect whether or not I'm looking pretty enough. I almost swear. I bit it back. I almost swore right there. I'm not going to use the term I was going to use. B, please. You're worried about people judging you based on your appearance? Why do you think you have the national platform that you have? I know some people follow your BS political ideology. I get that. As ill-formed and vague as it is, I understand that. But your greatest accomplishments to date are being the half-term governor of a state nobody knows anything about, aside from the fact that there might be puffins up there and that there's some oil, and that you were chosen in a very cynical way to be the vice presidential nominee along with John McCain, again, probably largely in part due to your appearance. You have everything that you have. Paparazzi are following you because of the fact that amongst other politicians, you're not dreadful to look at. And now you're going to get mad that paparazzi are trying to catch you when you might not look as pretty as you generally do. So that's ridiculous. Also, the idea that she doesn't like being followed around by paparazzi. How many reality shows has Sarah Palin and her family starred in after giving up for the most part on politics? This is your life. Being followed around by paparazzi, that's the only thing that you're famous for now, Sarah Palin. So how ridiculously dishonest of her to imply that she has a problem with it. That she doesn't want people, she doesn't want to be followed around by cameras. That is all that she does, is get followed around by cameras. Lately, she even started her BS online network where she just has cameras in her home and she's doing things like the ice bucket challenge and stuff like that. This is your entire career, so get ready for it. I want her to be irrelevant, and I understand that I'm working against that by talking about her here right now. But I hate the dishonesty. And the thing that bothers me most is not that she puts it out there. I get why she puts it out there. She makes a ton of money putting it out there. But the fact that the Republican and conservative voters in America just gobble it up like, yeah, look at her. She's being a maverick. She's going rogue by going to yoga. And by the way, I hate any time a liberal or a Democrat goes to yoga. And I think that it's teaching my kids to worship Hindu gods or something like that. But when she does yoga, it's very maverick of her. Like, they eat it up and they love it. They can't get enough of it. And the American people, hopefully someday, will expect more of their elected officials, or in the case of Sarah Palin, their weird quasi-pundit, non-elected officials. But it seems like today is not that day. This year is not that year. So this little makeup thing has been a great window into the psyche of Sarah Palin, but perhaps more importantly for her, it helps to get people to forget at least a little bit that her family was just involved in a massive white trash backyard brawl. So bravo to you, Sarah.